March, we tried out the DLR tube line. It has no drivers. Isn't that crazy? We also went to see the British Museum. I have always found it exciting that such grand places like the British Museum are free to enter. It's huge. I've been there twice and each of these times was unique. I do think that I will need 1,000 more of those till I'm more or less acquainted with this place. The first time I was there and saw mummies, I was excited like a child, and the thing is, it didn't change this time.
This awkward moment when you get bullied, even in the museum. I don't, no.
We spent a lovely day in the museum, though we grew really tired, having seen less than a quarter of it, I suppose. At the university, we were told that there is a bus in London that still has the old design. We decided to try it out to have the most genuine Londoner experience, so to say. Unfortunately, we weren't able to catch it, so we just travelled on an ordinary bus to the city centre and spent another day there. Anyway, we went to the Trafalgar Square and did these lovely videos of me posing. I look so lovely. I have to admit, there has never been a time in my life where I love myself more than I love myself living in London. I don't know what it is, living independently or living in the city of my dreams or something else, but I do think that these are the most beautiful of my moments.
I have
three pants and three long sleeves. I don't know what you're wearing.
How do you guys in Britain survive without wearing 6 layers of clothes?
In March, a dream came true that I didn't even plan on. All of a sudden, completely out of nowhere, my university study abroad office offered us free tickets to see the Houses of Parliament. The experience started out not very smoothly, so to say. The weather was awful from the beginning and all of us were sleepy. So we decided we were proficient enough, took the tube, and halfway through we realized we were on the wrong line. Yes, we didn't pay for the tickets, so we wouldn't lose anything if we were late, but it was the Parliament. So we set off running as though I've never done so much sport in my entire life. Luckily, we arrived on time and everything went splendid. Unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to film inside, but I still have some footage. I loved every second of this guided tour, and it's like entering the pictures from the textbooks, really.
Today is a very hard day because we had this free guided tour to Parliament, for which we had to wake up at really early in the morning last week to get those tickets. Oh my god! But today we went to the so we had to take the subway and the underground.
Yeah.
Be more British. And we basically took the wrong line and we found this out.
We were like, oh my god, why I can't see the stations?
Halfway through. So we were kind of late, but no.
Yeah.
I love the fact that everyone starts late in Britain. Thank God.
Yeah.
I may be getting too excited about things, but just look at this automatic way of giving library books back. We got a wonderful chance to spend the St. Patrick's Day in London as well. We spent it with a girl we met during our classes and it made it even more exciting. I don't really have much of a footage because it was incredibly rainy and crowdy and I was too engaged into the experience. After the celebration, me and my friend headed off to the Dior exhibition at Victoria and Albert's. I've seen one when I was little, but this one was much more exciting. I'm no good at fashion, I've told it in the previous video, but the exhibition took my breath away. It was not only the costumes presented there, but also the way the whole exhibition was designed, how the clothes communicated with the interior. The room with the flowers really made me feel like I was in a fairy tale. I hate dresses, but for the first time in my life, I really wanted to try one on and go to some kind of fancy ball or something. I honestly do not remember much of the exhibition, but I remember being awed by the costumes, the interior, and the various videos showing the process of making these masterpieces. In March, our German professor invited a German writer to make a reading of his book. The event was organized in such a way that the author read some excerpts of the book and then the students read their translations of it. Gosh, everyone was so talented, and I actually understood parts of the German text, which is basically a victory for me. I have a lot of difficulties with understanding native speech. In March, we finally visited Canary Wharf. Why finally, you say? Well, it turned out we lived in a small walk from it, so... Before finding out about this place, I had no idea that there is one more business centre in London apart from the city. And this one is so much bigger and so spacious. We spent a lovely day there, sitting on the grass, enjoying the bloom in our coffee. It was so warm outside.
Hello everyone! So the last week of studying starts now. I can't believe how fast the time has passed. It's very weird to stop studying in March. It's March when I'm filming this. I have no idea when I'm going to post this, but it's March. I usually do this at the end of June, so that's why it's that unusual for me. I hadn't had any chance to vlog during the first week, so I'll try to do that during my last week here. Not here, of studying. It's the last week of studying and it's very windy. There are only 2 of us left out of 4. You excited for the last week?
No, not true. I wanna sleep and get dressed, but all I will have a deadlines.
That's sad. I am excited though. It's so exciting to end studying in March.
On the last week of studying, we finally found the courage, or the power, to go to see a movie in German. Turned out there was a real cinema on campus with those armchairs and stuff. So cool. It was still hard to believe that the year ended so early and now we had more time on our hands. It's never like that where I live. You study hard all year, you have 7 exams in the end of June. It's so much more comfortable in London, you know? Before going home for a spring break, I decided to visit the Greenwich Park. During my exchange, I started to value the time spent on my own for the first time in my life. Before that, I was afraid of going anywhere alone, but in London it turned out that it's quite pleasing to go out by yourself and do the things you want, treat yourself. I spent a wonderful day in Greenwich. I bought myself a book there, had a lovely chat with the bookstore worker, and then set off for a walk with a coffee. And then a strange thing happened. I suppose it was just an ordinary thing that just never happened to me before. A guy went to me in the park and suggested we have a walk together. To be honest, I felt kind of uncomfortable, but he turned out to be a nice guy and we had a good chat, a coffee, and it was a very interesting experience.
It's the last day of classes. You happy? No. You happy? No, me too. Travel time. Time to go home for a bit and then travel a lot.
I've mentioned it before, I'm really scared of planes. I've flown only a few times and it was the first time I did it on my own. My friends only helped me to go to the tube because I had a heavy suitcase. And I have to say, it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. And I'm really proud of myself. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!